So I'm Ped, joined Men's Fitness 6-7 months ago. Been inspired by the guys and what we put in our content, so wanted to give it a go myself. I haven't trained for about 5 years after damaging my hip through playing football. Haven't been confident enough to train properly. Put on 1.5 to 2 stone in weight in those 5 years and really want to lose it.
So with Ped, we're doing a basic body fat loss transformation. So over 10 weeks, we're going to try and take him from a little bit on the overweight side to as trim and lean as he can be. We're on the halfway point of the 2nd week, so we've only got 8.5 weeks left. We had a little bit of a hiccup, biggest problem being that Ped is a newcomer to the gym, so he's not used to doing squats, deadlifts. He doesn't have any technique for those movements. So whereas I wouldn't usually advise somebody who hasn't done those things before to go straight into a short-term transformation, we know that we've got 10 weeks. So not only are we trying to make the sessions intense to get the fat burning process underway and of course the muscle building process, we're having to teach those techniques.
So I've never worked with weights before. My idea of going to the gym meant going on a treadmill for half an hour and running like a loony until I was sweating so much that I couldn't continue. So working with weights is new.
Today's session was pretty much a mimic of the other sessions we've been doing. Again, we're trying to do big bodyweight movements to work as many muscles as we can, build as many muscles, work on getting technique for these large movements and balance, synergists working with agonists and that sort of thing. So we worked on a shoulder press. When he gets fatigued and can't do the shoulder press with that weight anymore, we move into a push press, and at the end of the last set we put in rest pause sets, so he's having 10 seconds rest and going again with the push press, finish that 10 seconds and then push press again, both those to failure. Today after push press we did a glute bridge. I didn't want to do any pulling exercises today because of the tendonitis he's felt in his biceps, which isn't unusual for somebody who's a newbie to the gym, who's not used to pulling their body weight. Ice and rest for the arm, and we're much better today. So we didn't do any pulling movements today. Today we went back to bench press. And again, it's a new exercise for Ped, so he's still learning some of the balance that we take for granted once we've done that exercise for a while. Trying to teach him to keep those shoulder blades down and not push with the shoulder, but push with the chest. And again, we use 12 to 15 reps just to drill that technique, to get it into his mind and a bit of muscle memory.
Then we moved on to deadlifts. Tried these last week with a relative success, but started to sort of master the technique.
The thinking behind doing deadlift every session is that it's a big exercise, compound exercise that involves a lot of muscles. We need to involve as many muscles as we can so that we can get a good transformation.
Sean likes to get the heart rate up for the last 10 to 15 minutes of a session. Today's session was just press-ups, which I thought, oh, that's good, don't mind a few press-ups. But I had absolutely nothing left in me and managed about 6 or 7 before failure kicked in. And then it was down straight away into a plank for 10 seconds, albeit shaking rather violently. I'm
a big believer in the mind fails long before the body, and as somebody goes through a transformation we need to push them harder and harder, and it's as much progressing the mind to take harder exercise as it is progressing the body to take more weights, more sets, less rest time.
Overall I'm quite pleased. Kind of learning that sort of doing an exercise to failure, the failure is not a negative, it's a positive because it shows that your body is actually responding well to the exercises that you've been given.
Ped started with a 30% body fat from the DEXA scan, which is high in terms of what we want for a transformation. What Ped really needs to nail is the nutrition side of things. Hitting his macros in terms of protein, trying to get the right sort of good fats, and then get a decent amount of carbs at the right times to help build muscle while trying to cut body fat. So it's not unheard of, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Click the left thumbnail to see another men's fitness writer go through an amazing body transformation, or click the right thumbnail for a workout that you can do from home.